Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about our feet, specifically how to prepare them to train, to play a sport, to go to your job, to walk the dog, just how to make sure that they operate the best that they can operate. So we're going to start. I'm just going to take you through my morning routine that I do with them, making sure that I prepare the fascia on the bottom of the feet, get the intrinsics of the feet working, and then working on that ankle mobility as well. One tool that I use very heavily and I rely heavily on is the NeuroBall by Naboso. Now, I don't work for them. This is not a plug for them. It's just one of my favorite pieces of equipment. It can break in half and it can really get into some good areas. We're going to use this for our feet here. Quick little background on this one. There's a little bit of texture on it. And these are designed specifically to target the mechanoreceptors in the bottom of the foot that pick up vibrations from the ground so that we are waking them up, stimulating them, making sure that they are ready to go and they are operating so that when we move, when we walk, when we do things, we get good input, good feedback, and good sensations for them to be able to propel the rest of our body. Now, what I'm going to do is with the NeuroBall, I'm going to break it open, split it open with my heel, and a golf ball, lacrosse ball, that'll work for this one. It doesn't have to be this piece of equipment here. So what I do is I just put both half domes on the floor, and then my main thing is I just like to wake up and stimulate with these to start. So I put some pressure on there. We are going to get a little bit of release, like that kind of that myofascial release with this, but this one is more so I'm waking up and I'm kind of exploring. A lot of times with this one, I will feel tension relieve in my knees and my hips, and that's going to be just from that stimulation to those mechanoreceptors on the bottom of the feet, sending the signals through the fascia, loosening everything up. It is a very cool tool, and the Boso is a very good product and everything that they come out with. But again, that's enough about that. Now from here, what I'm trying to do is I'm working a few key areas here. The first one's going to be kind of the heel, just the back part of the arch. Then I move right to the middle of the arch, just behind that big toe metatarsal, come right behind the rest of the metatarsals, and then right along that outside edge. That outside edge is a sneaky one. You don't really feel that tight, or like that getting tight. But if you play hockey, if you ski, if you have, you wear heels, if you have anything that is restricting the spread of your feet at all for a long period of time, try that outer edge foot release. Don't go on you're not going to go working right on that metatarsal bone, but as long as you work on that back, that outside edge, it's going to feel amazing. Your feet are going to feel like they can spread out. Now, after I got those done, the NeuroBall comes with this little harder, denser rubber ball. This is where I'm going to get the myofascial release in. This is where I'm going to find, oh yeah, I was tight here, I'm going to go there. So I work I work all those same areas again, but this time I just hold some pressure on it till I start to feel things dissipate. Now with this, I started on my heel. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll go right to the middle of the foot. Not terrible. I've done this already today. And I work my way through those spots. If it's not too tight, you don't have to worry about it. But if there's an area like, the outside of the foot, yeah. If there's an area that I feel is pretty tender, I spend some time here. Just go where your body needs it, but check everything else. Make sure everything is fired up and stimulated, ready to go. Now, I'm not going to take the same amount of time that I normally do with this. Usually I'm going at this for about 10 minutes or so. But again, explore around with this. This is a pretty cool tool if you want to look more into it. Or like I said, a lacrosse ball, a golf ball will work just fine for that as well. Now we're going to do some post-tib calf raises. So the posterior tibialis is a muscle that connects to about 9 spots on the bottom of your foot, and it comes right up. And it basically allows us to have good elastic energy as we stride or as we push away or push off, so that we are getting that good metatarsal push off. We're not leaking a bunch of energy and elastic energy to the side of the foot. So this is a key area that a lot of my clients get. It's one that we can all make sure that we at least work on it or get it running, fine tune it, make sure that we are using our feet and our calves and everything well. So I take the NeuroBall or the lacrosse ball, whatever you got, and I'm going to be by the wall here. Now with the wall, I'm not leaning per se, but I'm just making sure that I'm not falling over. The ball I'm going to put between my heels, behind my ankle bone. So it's going to almost feel like it's going to pop out. Your goal here is to push up to the first and second toe, the big toe metatarsal, and you're going to squeeze the ball between your heels. You're going to keep that squeeze as you push up and down all the way here for 30 reps. If you do that 30 reps, you're going to feel your calves, you're going to feel your hamstrings, you're going to feel your glutes. We are connecting the posterior chain with the bottom of the foot, preparing it to be powerful, move quickly, take better strides, better push up, and move more efficiently. All these things are very important during everyday life, sport, whatever it might be. Last thing that I do is I want to make sure that I prepared my ankles, doing some dorsiflexion stuff. I'll do this part of my rocking routine, but this is the drill that I use for my ankles specifically. It's called Lego rocking. So I'm going to start sitting up nice and tall on my right leg, kind of like I'm sitting down playing with some Legos. My left foot here, I'm going to pivot over that big toe metatarsal, make sure my belly button's kind of splitting my hips here. I'm going to walk my hands out, and as I walk my hands out, I let my foot and ankle pivot over that big toe. So it's like I'm in an extreme end range gait position, like I'm doing a lot of push off. So I'm getting good first MPJ movement, good at dorsiflexion through that ankle. I'm even getting a little bit of knee over toe action, like all this stuff going on here. You feel things loosen up, crawl forward, crawl back, and then you can do that on either side. But again, this is one where we can start to access a lot of extra motion here, and we're getting a lot of things working all at once. That's how I prepare my feet and my ankles before I do anything, before I just even go out into my day-to-day routine. Give it a try. We'll go into, maybe we'll explore a little bit more about the intrinsics of the foot and how to operate them on a later date. Hope you enjoy. Have a good day.